Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast One Piece reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we're in the dark. This is episodes 235 and 236. Last time Usopp got beat up, and we, I think, are going to be giving the Mary a Viking funeral before we get on the train and chase Frankie, Lord Frankie, to
wherever he's going.
Wherever he is going. He's leaving with the money, I think. He's probably just trying to get the hell out of there. Or it was our theory, or my theory, that Frankie was perhaps trying to buy in, like, use the money to, like, buy into the high society of these people at the mast or something. We still don't know what that's all about exactly. We know that it's somehow connected possibly to Robin, and hopefully we'll find out more about all of those things this time. Leave a like, subscribe. Check out patreon.com/boldcast to get 2 weeks ahead of uncuts, 1 week ahead of edited reactions. We hope you enjoyed most of all. Let's go. You know it's serious when Sanji and Zoro are just chilling. Oh, Mary. You see Mary? Look, just don't read.
It's too sad.
Look at the water, it's too beautiful. It looks like ED1, the water.
Can at least take the nice orange trees off, right?
I mean, yeah, I imagine they'll get their wealth and possessions off there. Oh boy. He's not even gonna tell him.
Oh. So sad.
Oh no, don't let him think that.
No.
Don't let him think that. Just tell him the truth. He tried to, like, remove him from it entirely by just making it his own decision, but... And everybody else is, like, standing behind Luffy, trying to just... Or did he want him to get angry instead of being sad? Well, if Luffy tells him the truth, it'll be because Usopp wasn't good enough to repair it. Right? Like, he could take it that way, too.
It's too sad.
Jesus. You about to kick him off the Mary?
This is really intense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
He's not leaving for anything that you guys are doing. Luffy's trying to be a good captain. That's why he started the conversation this way in the first place. And Zoro knows it too.
Crew.
What? This is not gonna go over well.
Oh boy.
That'd be crazy if he was like, a Davy back. Luffy's just keeping it close to the chest here. Ever since Sanji kicked him, pretty much. But for the whole time. That's not how it works. And it's not how it would work in this situation, because the whole reason Usopp's feeling this way is because he feels so inadequate and insecure. So to apologize and just shut it down would be an insult to him. Yeah. Doesn't matter, Sanji's playing what ifs. He's going after him? He's leaving too? Oh. I thought he was gonna join us so he wasn't alone.
No. That's not nice.
Hmm? Oh my god.
Oh, the mist coming in.
I mean, the show's gonna make it really epic, I think. I don't know how it's gonna go. Because Usopp just lost to a bunch of goons.
Yeah.
So how's this fight even gonna go? Is Luffy gonna play it easy on him, or is Usopp gonna like somehow be way more powerful, or what? And it's gonna be close, but Luffy's still gonna win? Usopp have a plan or something? He must. This is epic as shit, though. Yeah. I mean, water, right?
Just throws him into the water.
The only thing I could think that he would do in a fight is to, because he has the back to the island, use dials to like push him into the water, but you need to make sure that he's gonna stay in the water. Since it's a duel, people can't pull him out until the fight's over.
Yeah,
So
but he
there's
could
that.
pull himself
But he could,
out.
well, not if he is submerged, even if like we've seen, even if he has his
Yeah.
shit extended, he can't do anything about it. Like, he can't retract and like reel himself in. So that's the only thing that I could think. That's the only, I mean, that's his kryptonite. That's the only thing that he could possibly do against Luffy. I don't see, or does Usopp have a sharp thing? Like, that's not really his specialty, and Luffy's just a way better fighter in general. And like, Usopp's not only one wounded from a previous fight, but he lost to just a bunch of goons that the other guys like swept through in an instant. So, you know, he is just generally weaker than Luffy in every way. So my worry with the fight is that they're going to make Usopp stronger inexplicably to make the fight more intense and emotional or hype or whatever, even though he's wounded and even though he just got beat by a bunch of nobodies. But my hope, that's my worry, my hope is that there will be some emotional complexity to the way that Luffy will accept the challenge. Because he obviously doesn't want to hurt Usopp beyond repair, even if it is an honor thing or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to completely destroy him. He wants Usopp probably to feel better, but in a way that's fair. Because that's the whole thing with all of this, is that Luffy has... It's kind of like, we've talked a lot about like, oh, Luffy doesn't have any character development. He mostly doesn't, but there has been, and people have pointed this out to us and I've thought about it, and it's true, and this is an example of it. His growth as a captain is a thing, and the way that he is a captain has changed. And this is, I think, good evidence of that, and the way that, I think that this is sort of like, yeah, I don't know. I think that it's interesting to see him kind of hold back and just make the decision despite what, you know, Usopp would feel, because it's just painful to accept that the Mary is out of commission. So he tries to hold it back and just take the burden onto himself rather than, you know, Usopp's not a shipwright, obviously, so he's not really blaming himself, but Usopp was in charge of fixing the Mary and keeping her healthy. So if Luffy was like, at this point the Mary is unfixable, but along the way, if she had been fixed properly, then it would have been better. If he says that, then it's Usopp's responsibility, and Usopp's the reason why the Mary is being destroyed. And because Usopp's honor is so wounded and his pride is so wounded after everything he just went through with the Frankie family, despite it actually meaning nothing in the scheme of saving the Mary, even though he thought it did, you know, to put any of the burden on Usopp is it would hurt him more, and it ended up backfiring in a way, but nothing Luffy really said is what drove Usopp to do what he's doing.
Well, yeah, it's...
You know? What Usopp is acting out of his own insecurities, which are well-founded, because he has a reason to feel insecure. It's not out of nowhere. It's just that, it's a bad situation. Life is really fucking with him right now. And he's always struggled to find his strength. And this is it, he feels like he's at a crossroads. And whether or not Luffy, is, honest with him or not doesn't, the problem isn't coming from Luffy. Luffy's just trying to do what he can to take that burden onto himself by just saying, we're getting a new ship, that's my decision, respect it, and move on. That's him growing as a captain, I guess. Yeah.
I think it is interesting, though, because, Usopp, you okay? I think that there it could have been something different as well, too, just if he... Do you need to go?
No, it's okay.
Watch that.
I think it's fine.
If he had been there for the initial reaction, but because by the time that he woke up, he basically got completely destroyed fighting to save the money, to save the Mary.
Yeah.
And then got beat, and then it didn't even matter anyway, because first of all he lost, second of all it it didn't matter, but he also missed out on everyone else grieving the Mary. Yeah. So then by the time that he came to, he felt like everyone else didn't care, and I think he knows that that's not true, that people don't care, but because of the emotional state that he was already in, it's really hard to rationalize, okay, I woke up, and then everyone else is just kind of chill with basically saying see you later to a crew member,
Yeah.
And if that's the attitude that you're gonna have, then, why would you need me? If the Mary is, if someone else is telling you that the Mary is weak and can't make it to the next island, then, like, what are you gonna do when someone tells you that I'm weak and can't make it to the next island,
Yeah. And
it is just unfortunate because, when he came to, everyone else had already gone through this whole process that he's going to, but because he's going through it kind of by himself, as everyone else has already had time to process this news.
I think if this but here's the thing, I think if this happened after a big win, it would not be happening the way that it's happening. No. If Usopp went to the Frankie family, got the money back, then came back, and then they said the money's worthless because it's not going to save her, then I don't think this whole reaction would be the same.
It's also the thing of he's the only one that's willing to try and fight to save her, as he just went and did that, but he's also the one that's not strong enough to actually do, he's like, if all of these other people that are stronger than me aren't willing to fight for this thing that I care about, then, what's kind of the point of being with them,
Mm-hmm. But again, I think if he was strong enough, I think that if it was after a win, if he was as strong as Luffy, I don't think that he would be. I don't think this is really to do with the Mary. I think the Mary is the catalyst for these feelings which have been brewing in him and are kind of emblematic of his character. Obviously it matters in the moment, but I think that Usopp as a person is going through some shit. Mm-hmm. I think that, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think that's really what it comes down to, and I think that that's why everyone else is kind of acting the way that they're acting. I also, back to the captain thing, I like that all the other members followed Luffy's lead because he made a strong choice as a captain in the moment. It wasn't an easy choice, and it didn't go the best way, obviously. But, him lying to Usopp or withholding the truth from Usopp, I really like the way that Nami, Chopper, Zoro, and Sanji all together just kind of looked, or they were kind of looking around at each other and kept silent. And Nami, who normally is like, Luffy, what are you talking about? Just tell, or she ended up kind of saying, she just tell him, just say it, or no, Usopp said it. He was like, just say it, Luffy, or say what are you trying to hide? Everyone else kept quiet about it and followed Luffy's lead, but I really like how Sanji was really trying to hold everybody together the best way possible, but Zoro took the situation way differently, where when Usopp was freaking out about being weak, he hugged Zoro's leg, and then Zoro was ugh, get off me. And it wasn't like this is too close. This emotion is, that's kind of Zoro's way anyway. But I think what it more represents his reaction to in that moment and the way that he reacted to the rest of the conversation. I think that it's part of his whole like warrior's code, warrior's honor type thing about, Zoro is, I think, thinking more about Usopp's pride in the moment. And that's why he's like, stop grabbing my leg, like talk about strength and weakness and all this shit. Like, get a hold of yourself, man, type thing. And how Zoro didn't really say anything the whole time. Mm-hmm. He just kind of tried to break them up when they were starting to get too rough. I just like that. I like the way that Zoro, the way Zoro's character is represented in the conflict here.
It's so sad with how nice they make the Mary look. Like they just keep making it look as nice as possible.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
With the beautiful sun coming in and.
Is it me or is everything flipped in here? Am I crazy? I felt like the fridge was on the other side of the room, but maybe I'm insane. I feel
like I never had a good grasp on the inside.
I always thought that the kitchen was on the other side or on this wall over here, like that I don't know. I always had a different idea about all this. I didn't think that the stove and everything was near the door. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's just sad, and poor Chopper just getting so upset because he's just his friend. He just wants to help, and Robin's gone, so it's just like,
yeah.
And I don't think Robin would necessarily
I don't think she'd add anything
to this, so I'm kind of glad that she's gone. But it's just another thing. It's like everyone on the crew is like, oh, and Robin's like. First of all, we get this devastating. Well, first of all, we get the devastating news about the Mary, and then second of all, Robin's missing. Third of all, Usopp got beat. It's just like everything keeps piling and piling, and then it's just like. Then there's like this duel, and it's just like, are you guys fucking crazy right now? Like,
yeah,
with everything going on. But this obviously has to get addressed because Usopp is feeling a certain way. It's just, yeah, it's just a really rough situation and the timing of it. But also all of that is what is leading to this, kind of reaching this point in the first place.
Mm-hmm. This kind of thing always sucks when you see the clown cry. Is always what that's kind of the, I guess you could say, the trope or the thing that's going on. It's whenever there's an adventuring party and then the guy who's always happy-go-lucky, the comedic relief, whenever he gets real, it's, shit's kind of crazy and everybody's spirit kind of breaks. It sucks. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because the way that it's been portrayed of his, like fighting inadequacy has been portrayed like a lot of times for laughs, yeah. And that's been kind of part of it, like, oh no, I'll do this, but then he comes around and he bravens up and he's still really scared, but he does it anyway.
Yeah.
But then you can tell that he's kind of reached a breaking point in these last few episodes of just it's not funny, it's not about being scared, it's about even when you're not scared and you really go all out and you still can't do it, Yeah. And it's not even your emotions or your fears or you being a fraidy cat that's holding you back. It's just, you're just not.
Yeah. Well, because usually it's a close win. Usually it's like he gets knocked out, but he burns the other guy alive, or like, some shit like that. Like, or he just barely makes it out, or he gets taken down. But then everyone else, like, he makes an opening for everyone else or something like that. That's usually, or he trips them. Some shit like that. But to be just, like, out, just completely, I mean, he has no, like, he tried his best and he lost horribly, and even if he won, it wouldn't have mattered. He feels powerless and useless. It's a bad feeling. Mm-hmm. But again, I don't know if, I think that Sanji's trying his best to, like, do damage control and, like, go talk to him, everybody calm down. He's like, breaking people apart. I'm glad that he did remove Luffy from saying, from basically kicking Usopp off the crew, because then Usopp at least got to quit without being removed and tossed aside. That's that's a completely different thing. But Luffy, I think, is doing the wise thing of just letting him do what he's got to do. and feel what he has to feel, because I think that if it was just like, you know, what if Luffy said nothing? What if Luffy just like, how would it go down the line if Luffy completely avoided this confrontation entirely and everybody just like didn't say anything to Usopp and just like ignored him? You know, how great would that be? Or like just let, you know, we'll talk about this later, everybody cool off, and then we come back later, like he still has all these feelings. He needs to get them out, and he needs to process and grow, and the only way he can do that is if he actually confronts it, which is why Luffy is obviously agreeing to the duel, aside from his own, you know, honor as king of the pirates. Anyway, W episode. I think we should see what goes on next.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
It's just very it's just sad.
Yeah.
And really crazy.
Leave a like and subscribe. Let's move on.
What if we just built another ship around the Mary?
Efficient.
Can't get over how nice the sunset is.
Oh boy. Luffy versus Usopp.
Throw a giant bag.
Oh god.
Classic Chopper. No.
It's fake.
That's how he defeats Luffy. All his classic attacks.
The hell was that? Oh. Tabasco Star. Whoa.
Oh.
Ow, shit. Ow.
It's like defeating someone with a Lego on the floor.
Oh. He's like debuffed to shit right now. Whoa.
Oh my god.
I feel like that would have got the Frankie family pretty well.
Yeah, where was this?
You were holding out on the Frankie family.
Getting him more towards the water.
Yeah, and he's gonna impact dial him into the water. What the hell? What is this?
Oh.
It's fire. Rotten egg smell.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
He was holding out on the Frankie family. He could have nuked them.
Oh my god!
Destroys the Mary.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Is he gonna sink the Mary right now?
That would be fucking crazy. He was just incinerated. Whenever they play this song, it just makes me want to cry. Oh.
Is it gonna split down the middle?
Oh,
Mary's
so
crying!
oh!
This is Mary's last sight.
Oh no!
This is the last thing Mary sees, the crew tearing himself apart.
Oh. Oh my god! Usopp is going all out.
I really feel like one of these is gonna hit the Mary.
I know. It did get pushed farther away though.
Ow.
Oh my god. Oh!
What kind of dial is this?
Oh.
He stored the force!
On his face!
Oh!
Oh my god! Right in the face too. Oh.
He can maybe do one more of those, but he's already wounded. That might be it for that arm. Didn't send him far enough. What happened to the hat?
It's over. It fell off.
Oh god.
Look how different. Like that, all the modifications.
It's too sad.
Oh. Oh. It's too sad.
It is too sad.
It's so sad. They just cut with them just having like the best time, and then it's just like this. feel like I don't even want to, like, it's just too terrible, you know?
Yeah, I don't have anything to say. That shit was just too sad.
Usopp did a really good job of picking stuff that would work against Luffy, though.
He did, I just wish that he used it against the Frankie family.
It's so sad at the end when Luffy's shaking and Zoro is like, you know, trying to tell him to just stick with it, but he just doesn't want to. And Mary was crying. That was so
too much.
sad. That was so sad. It's literally a boat. It literally was not crying.
And now they have to say goodbye to the Mary just like that?
No.
Now they have to? With that's the last thing? And that's it? It wasn't like a fun, like, it wasn't in the midst of battle. It was just while people were fighting over her dying body.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. See you guys in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.